What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. And EA just released 2 new players into the game, 2 new legends. We're going to have Edran James, Deacon Jones, 2 trash legends that we could probably have done without. But I want to make sure that everybody understands what's going on. Pretty much what you can get out of this is cheap training. Many of you guys have been still trying to get that, maxed out sprinter. You've been trying to get your team chems up. A lot of things that's been going on with your squad. It's been kind of cost prohibitive, right? Now, these players are not players that you're going to see regularly. All right, Edran James, maybe, you probably see a couple guys here and there because his numbers are decent. But if you're going to spend that kind of money on him, you might as well just go after Barry Sanders. So in case you change your theme team, you can use Barry Sanders on any team and get the boost instead of just specific teams from players like Edran James. All right, it's all about the names, and it's exciting to see him back in the game. But realistically for you guys are watching this video because you need the proper tips to continue to succeed. So that's what I'm concerned about. Not a trash legend, Deacon Jones. He's not going to do anything for you. To be honest, you can still get Justin Smith. All right, he's a guy as a diamond player that would probably be a lot better. He's still a stud. Like, no matter what EA Sports tries to do to him, they still can't really nerf him. He's an outrageous player. So he's a guy that I would recommend if you were looking for a right end. And I know he's an 89. He gets chem to a 90. He is just unbelievably good. He's a guy that no matter what happens, he's always making a play. So that's something that I wanted to go ahead and point out to you guys as well. The next thing that I want to do is I want to make sure that everybody understands our full objective is to make sure that we have the tokens for the legends every week, right? So pretty much right now, let me go back to that sets. As a matter of fact, to go show you guys, we should have a certain amount because it's almost that time where we're going to get a free legend. So we have 11 of 18. So we should have 12 as of the time that you're watching this video, right? Which is going to leave us with 6. So in another 6 weeks, right around the time when Harvest is about to be over and Christmas promo and all the stuff that they're going to be doing, you're going to have yourself a random free boss auctionable legend that you can go ahead and do something with. That's what this is all about. We have to make sure that everything EA Sports is doing, whether we like the cards or not. Guys, you got to understand, right? Some of you guys were raging because the 49ers got 2 50 players yesterday, right? Patrick Willis, and then they also got Vernon Davis. Yo, EA Sports, they got a secret 49er fan there. It's very, very difficult. If you look at the way that MUT is, it's very, very difficult to not give the 49ers cards because all of their players played for so many different teams, right? So no matter how you pick it and choose it, no matter what you do, it's going to be a 49er all over the place. You know what I'm saying? So it's not EA's fault that the 49ers had so many greats play for them, but I can understand that you guys rage when you have like a team, like let's say the Browns, like putting together a Browns theme team, like, okay, what are you doing? First of all, what are you doing? Second of all, why are you doing it? Third of all, are you serious? But you guys can still do that. You still have enough players to do that. It's just the fact that most players would be smart enough to never go anywhere near Cleveland Brown Stadium. But that's not what this is about. What this is about is you're going to want to make sure that with the legend tokens, you go ahead and bang out these solos. You can see that they've been, pretty much making sure that they expire when they're supposed to. You guys had some, free ones when they left it for a longer period of time. That is no longer the case. Now you are done. If you haven't done it, you're pretty much finished. Okay, you can't get the extra tokens for now. I don't know how long they're going to keep it going. It is what it is, all right? But at the same time, go out there and try to get, whatever you can get. I think they're going to make the tokens quick sell for something if you don't get enough of them. So at least you'll be able to go ahead and, take advantage of that. So let's go take a look at what I was talking about before. How does this benefit us, right? Let's go take a look at some of the legend prices, because now most people, if they're smart, they're going to realize that they need to go after Barry Sanders at this time and not invest in Edran James. Deacon Jones also sucks. So let's go ahead and take a look at the legends, right? So when you go to look at legends and you start to look at some prices and you're trying to get training, what happens is I like to start around the 90 range, right? Now you're going to see like, okay, it's 125, whatever. Okay, this is what happens when you start to look at some of the cards that are available. You're going to see that Deacon Jones is way up there, right? Because he was just released. What's going to happen soon is that his price is going to change, right? So when his price changes, where are you guys going to be? Right there, because look, that's a 92 overall card. The 93 limited is already at 497. People know that this card is trash. It's not a situation where it's like, oh my God, I gotta guess. The dude's running around not really doing much. Okay, now look, realistically, 81 speed, 89 excel. It all looks really, really pretty. The power moves, all that stuff. But EA has been secretly nerfing the game at a high rate. Okay, so look, even if this is his limited card, right? So he's gonna go with my team to 83 speed. He's gonna have like 91 excel and 83 speed. All right, cool. Now, I told you guys about Justin Smith, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at that. All right, Justin Smith is gonna go ahead. Why is that Nick Bosa? Why is Justin Smith Nick Bosa? Okay, so EA Sports doesn't know who. Okay, Chase Young is also Nick Bosa. All right, so look, we're not even gonna pay attention to what EA Sports is doing here. What I'm going to explain to you is this. Justin Smith on my 49er theme team is at 84 speed, 90 excel, crazy strength, you know, good tackle, all this stuff, right? For so much cheaper. Now, you guys might argue and say, but Gmia, I don't have a 49er theme team. What should I do? Well, what you should do is no matter what you do, you're going to have to utilize some sort of theme team. If you do not, you are going to be getting dominated on the field. And already, a lot of you guys that have come over that are new to GmiasWorld, and you've subscribed and you've been watching the videos, you're like, yo, I'm getting so much better. You're getting better because you're understanding team building. So when you understand team building and what players actually do stuff, you automatically become better because your opponent is not ready for what you're doing and they don't know how you know which players work and what goes on. But a lot of that goes into that is not spending when you don't have to. So this guy right now, look, for me, I would go after a card that I can boost properly with a theme team rather than spend all of this money for it because you're not getting that much more out of this card. So it's realistically not worth it, all right? Because even with all of his boosts, like if you give him sprinter, whatever, brawler, and you give him the +2 speed, whatever you give him, he's still not better than Justin Smith. And that's what you look for. When do we need to make an upgrade? For instance, I mentioned the 50 players. You guys were like, yo, I should put both the brothers on the team, Dominic Rogers-Cromartie and Antonio, right? So that's actually a good idea. That's something that makes sense. You know, it's like, yo, all right, cool. What are we about to do right here? That would probably make sense, but then I would have to figure out what am I going to do with Deion Sanders, right? What am I going to do with Deion? Like, how am I going to be able to explain to him in the locker room that he's losing the starting spot? Now, me personally, I don't care about it. Okay, like it doesn't really matter to me like what happens to him. I'm not concerned. But you can take a look. You see how his price has gone up? And when I was getting him and getting rid of Taylor Mays, you guys, oh my God, Taylor Mays is the... Okay, a lot of you guys that said that, now you're understanding what I was doing. A lot of you guys came back like, yo, bro, I see what you were talking about. Like, it makes sense. Because realistically speaking, you have to go with what is actively working. And like I said, EA Sports changes the game every single day. They have no mercy, dude. They're like Captain Insano. So you have to understand, like, look, these things are going to happen. So with the way that this is right now, he would go to 92 and then he would be chemmed up to like a 94. He never played for the 49ers. So my issue is this, right? For those of you guys that are saying to get the brothers, he goes to 94 speed, like on my team. Okay, the power up would give him 92. He would get another 2 from Sprinter. So that's 94. Why would I get him and replace Nnamdi? Because Nnamdi gets chem to a 94 speed. So it's not cost effective for me to make that move because it doesn't make sense. Okay, so Nnamdi, he goes to 94. This guy is going to be 94. Nnamdi's acceleration is 91. That goes to like 94 also. His agility goes up. His jumping goes up. Play record's where it is. Man coverage where it is. Okay, he gets a little bit of better zone coverage and he has +1 more press. Does that make sense? Does that make sense for me to do that? And remember, certain things are not going to go up and down and fluctuate because it doesn't really matter. All of the other stuff that's happening doesn't matter. My point is to look at the price of these limiteds. You know that the card is garbage because if people could make more, they're not going to put those cards up for less. And you have to understand that. Now, let's take a look at Edran James and see what's going on with him because that's another situation where it's like, all right, you know, his card looks decent, but wouldn't it make more sense to invest in Barry Sanders? You see what I'm saying? Like, because now, no matter what you do, you can do whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. And everything else is going to work out for you because, simply put, Barry gets any team's chem. So look, his limited is 550, right? So say you wanted to go ahead and get this. Somebody put a bid price of 445. Let's take a look at some of his numbers real quick, right? So, bam, power up 92, on my team 94 speed. Barry Sanders is already at 95 speed on my team. So automatically it's like, all right, dude, we good. Now, he has break tackle, he has all other stuff. Do we really care about that? Probably not. Can he work for us in the passing game? Medium route run is 69? Nope. Deep route 63? Nope. 74 short route run. All right. So what's going to happen with this card now? the pieces of his card that develop his set are going to go down in price because people are going to say, you know what am I doing right now? Why am I doing this? It doesn't make any sense when I can go and look for, Barry Sanders, who was down to 849. So I would rather save and have a card that no matter what team I put together, he's going to get that team's chemistry because he is the team diamond. So no matter what, if you don't have him as your running back, maybe you're a passer, so you don't really need it. But if you're going to be spending money on Edran James and that's 558, bro, saving up to get 849 or whatever this guy's at right now, he would be the better situation. Now, eventually, they will give us a card that's better than Barry, but then right around the corner, Barry would probably get another upgrade. You see what I'm saying? Because EA has to make the cards be relevant, and now we're at the same overall that Barry is, so things are a little bit different. But I just wanted to point that out. Now, when you go through and start looking for training and other cards, people are going to understand. People are only getting this card probably for gameplay, see how they play, and then they're getting raid sold. Because I can tell you for a fact, there aren't many cards better than Barry Sanders. It's just not, he's one of the better cards in the game. So now is the time to invest in that situation, invest in training. Look at it. When EA drops Trash Legends, go through it, cycle. Do what you need to do in order to accumulate the training, because every week, they're putting out newer cards, they're doing certain things. You're going to start to see a lot of these prices drop. And yeah, we see the lowest as 126 right now. That's 5,000 training for a 90. But if you start cycling through and doing different things, you're going to get better deals. And that's what I want to encourage you guys to do, to start looking at certain things. Obviously, this $299 for me would be too much. I would want to spend like around 250, like 250 or something like that. Because 92 that's excessive training, bro. Like that's ridiculous right there. Like you're looking at some real guap. But again, you have to evaluate it based on a case-to-case basis. How much is it going to take you to actually do what you need to do as far as boosting your team chemistries, getting training, and things of that nature? That is all up to you. I am just delivering the message to make you guys know, yes, anything you guys want to do with your MUT team is possible, but you have to have the right thought process. Start to lurk that auction house, get your training, chem everybody up, let me know how it works out for you. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You have an unbelievable day. One love, y'all.